So from my understanding, David, the singer, basically is getting charged today with, I think it's murder charges for Celeste Rivas Hernandez, basically, because he was arrested. As we all know, that her remains were found in his abandoned Tesla car. The police didn't arrest him until they probably had concrete evidence on everything in the sealed tight case. So NBC has reported this as well. Bear in mind, we're a few hours, I think, ahead or behind or whatever, LA. So they're currently in the court now anyway, and they will be providing a sentence by the end of today. So he was arrested on Friday. This is just a breakdown of everything we need to know about the case so far. It says the singer known as David was arrested in connection with the death of Celeste, who's a 14-year-old who was reported missing of spring of 2025. The Celeste's decomposed body was found on September the 8th in front of a trunk. Yeah, my head is in front of a trunk of a Tesla impounded at the LA's tow yard. The car was impounded after someone reported it abandoned in the Hollywood Hills, where neighbours say it had been parked more than over a month. David Burke, also known as David with the 4 there, faces a first-degree murder charge and special circumstances allegations of lying in waiting, murder for financial gain, and murdering a witness in the investigation. Prosecutors and police say Celeste reportedly was missing in Riverside County as she visited him at his home basically on April the 23rd, 2025, and was never heard from again. So obviously they're assuming that's when she was murdered by him. More details were revealed on Monday, which led to the arrest of David basically being taken into custody in connection with the murder, and other charges as well were announced. But yeah. It says District Attorney Nathan Hochman said the Monday news conference on him, basically he'll be facing... Wow. What is going on with my English? Sorry about this. Said at the Monday news conference that David, whose first name is David Burke, will face a first-degree murder charge, including special circumstances, allegations, and other charges. Burke was arrested on Thursday in the death of Celeste, whose remains were found. And then, as I mentioned beforehand, Then police also speculating basically that the death is likely to have occurred in spring of last year as well. This is why it took a while for them to get everything in motion. They do have like a missing person report that was filed by her family as well. And then this is his mugshot as well, that was taken. So there's a photo of him pictured basically when they did the conference as well. A parent's nightmare in a situation where the daughter goes out for one night and never comes back home, says the district attorney. Celeste went to his house in the Hollywood Hills and then she was never seen from again. Then it also mentions the charge as well. So the special circumstances allegation, which can increase penalties at sentencing, include lying in wait, murder for financial gain, murdering a witness in investigation, Hoffman said. The charges also include lewd and I can't say that word, don't know why, my English, sexual acts basically with a person under the age of 14, because obviously she is a child, so he is a paedophile. The financial gain allegations stem from the singer's music career, which was being threatened by his alleged sexual relation with an underage girl. Celeste was considered the key witness in the investigation, warranting the allegation of murder as a witness, because obviously I think people were putting 2 and 2 together, saying, oh, who is this here? People were finding out his age, and some of his fans were basically condoning it. Other fans or people that came across David's music and Celeste as well were saying this is a bit weird and stuff. So obviously anyone that is being called out as a paedophile in this day and age is getting cancelled. That's probably why. Then it says, as the evidence will show, the financial gain was for Mr. Burke. Sorry, I just had to get a better image of that. For Mr. Burke to maintain a lucrative music career that Celeste was threatening that night. So apparently maybe she must have said something to him in regards to, like, it is a crime to have sex with a child anyway. Burke also remained in mutation of the human... Sorry, what the hell is going on with my English? I'm so sorry about this. Burke also was charged with mutation of human remains. Obviously, her body was chopped up as well. Hochman said possible sentencing if Burke is convicted as charged, including life in prison without possibility of parole or the death penalty. A decision will be made later today, at a later date. Details about a cause of death were not available late Monday morning. Burke was arrested on Thursday, and then they mentioned how he was booked and processed and all that other stuff. And then he did release a statement after his arrest as well. Well, his defense attorney did. So the statement reads, let us be clear, the actual evidence in the case will show that David did not murder Celeste and he was not the cause of death. There has been no indication returned by any grand jury in the case and no criminal complaint filed. David was only attainted under suspicion. Then obviously they mentioned the timeline again about when she disappeared as well. She was identified through forensic and when she was last seen as well. Then her brother talked to NBC last year about this as well when the case was still ongoing. And it says that people are aware basically that she knew David. Her decomposed body, it also mentions again that how she was found as well. The car was registered to him. There was a strong odour coming from the car as well. And apparently during the timeline when the car was reported, I think he was on tour or something, or whatever the case was, and he tried to, pass it off as like, oh yeah, he is, helping with the investigation, despite him obviously being the person behind all this. Officers opened the trunk, also known as a front. The founder remains in 2 cadaver bags. That's why they said it's mutilation as well, because the body was chopped up into 2 separate bags, and that's why he also probably get another charge for that as well. The grand jury documents, including subpoenas for the testimony of Burke's mother, father, and brother, and Celeste's remains were not intact. Celeste's remains were not intact. Then obviously this is the picture, the missing person report as well, that was shown everywhere as well when her family were trying to look for her as well, because they did post this. They said they were found a day after that she would have basically turned 15 as well, because obviously she died at the age of 14. The Tesla was impounded by LA, and obviously a lot of this article is repeating the same thing again and again, if I'm honest. Then again, as it's mentioned as well, when it was discovered he was on tour, as I mentioned beforehand, then he stopped the tour as well. I'm just thinking, why would you stop the tour for? But at the same time, it's just a piece of shit anyway, because you're killing a child that you were involved in. Then it says a representative said that he's cooperating with the police. I remember when he said this bullshit as well. Then in February, his parents and brother, who live in Texas, asked the judge to block the LA grand jury subpoena for his testimony, and the court filed a grand jury documents in an open court file. The judge basically declined this. The judge there declined to intervene, and it appeared the family members were compelled to come to LA and appear before the grand jury in February or March, but the prosecutors denied to discuss what happened, citing the secrecy of grand jury proceedings and prior to indictment. And then it said he has previously not publicly identified as a suspect to the teen's death. Obviously now he has, since he's been arrested on Thursday night, Friday morning, whatever the case they say in regards to when they processed him and so forth. Then they just mention a brief backstory that nobody cares about because he is a murderer. Sorry, nobody cares about that. Then it goes on to say the same thing again, how he was signed, how he rose to fame. But again, any further updates will be on NBC or any type of news outlet at the moment, because I know a lot of news outlets are currently live streaming outside the courthouse now.